Finally, the Minecraft movie has arrived, and it brought us a ton of references and connections to the video game. Also, there is already information about what we will see in the sequel to the film. That's what we'll talk about here. Today on Charlietales, I'll show you all the curiosities and secrets of the Minecraft movie. Ready? Let's begin. When the protagonists arrive at the village, Henry sees a pig with a crown and asks if he is the king here. Steve replies that he's not the king, but he is a legend. This is a clear reference to Technoblade. He was a highly recognized Minecraft YouTuber in the community. He used the skin of a pig with a crown, and over the years earned the love of thousands of fans. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2022 after a long battle with cancer. This tragedy left a deep mark on the entire community. That's why this reference in the movie is quite significant. When Henry faces the Enderman, it causes him dark hallucinations about his friends, but the most interesting thing is that we see Steve with white eyes. This is a clear reference to Herobrine, the protagonist of the most famous urban legend in Minecraft. Basically, he is a version of Steve with white eyes and no pupils. Many describe him as a virus or a ghost in the game. Herobrine has inspired thousands of creepypastas on the internet. With this reference, it wouldn't be surprising if they make him canon in a future movie. The movie has received a lot of criticism for its excessive CGI in the settings. However, the reality is that many sets and decorations were actually created by the production. Thanks to behind-the-scenes footage, we can see this in more detail. Many weapons and tools were also handcrafted. If they look fake or like they're from a video game, it's because they deliberately imitate that fantasy aesthetic. The film shows us a scene where the protagonists fall from the sky. To save themselves, Steve throws a bucket of water and manages to cushion the fall. This is a reference to a classic game mechanic. In Minecraft, players can survive falls from great heights if they throw a bucket of water right before hitting the ground. This trick requires a certain level of precision, because if it's not done right, the player takes the full impact. In the post-credits scene, we see Steve returning to his house. Here, a woman with orange hair opens the door and says her name is Alex. This is another classic character from the video game. Alex is the female equivalent of Steve, and any player can choose her when starting a game. The movie doesn't let us see the actress's face, but thanks to the credits, we know it's Kate McKinnon. So if a Minecraft sequel is confirmed, we could easily see her as Alex. During the fight with the baby zombie, the little one performs a very particular fighting move. He jumps through the air with his arms open. This is a very clear reference to Nacho Libre, the popular movie Jack Black starred in 2006. In that film, the protagonist did an identical move. When Garrett enters his video game store, we see him blow into a Nintendo cartridge. This is surely familiar to the older members of the audience. In our time, when a cartridge had issues, it was very common to blow into it to make it work. Decades later, science debunked that this did anything, but the ritual remained in the hearts of all old-school gamers. Near the beginning, the protagonists find a pink-colored sheep. In the video game, sheep are quite common creatures, but they are usually white. Pink sheep do exist, but they are very hard to find. They have a spawn rate of less than 1%. With that context, our protagonists were very lucky to find one. The movie introduces us to Stifler's mom having a date with a villager in a restaurant. But if we pay attention, we'll notice that the one serving them is someone very special. This is Jens Bergensten, the creator of the original Minecraft video game. He not only made a cameo here, but also participated as a consultant for the movie's production. Midway through the movie, there's a scene where Henry builds a castle and hides with his friends at the top. However, they are surprised by a group of zombies. They literally came out of nowhere, and that makes us wonder how they got up there. The answer lies in the video game. In Minecraft, zombies have the ability to magically appear anywhere that's dark. They simply appear. To avoid this, players must place lit torches. With that context, it's easy to understand how the zombies surprised Henry. He didn't know he had to place torches. At several moments, our protagonists are surprised because both day and night last very little. Time works differently in this world. This is a reference to the video game. In Minecraft, a full day lasts only 20 minutes. 10 minutes of day and 10 of night. The director of the film wanted to show a version of this on the big screen. When Steve shows us the village, he also introduces us to a chicken restaurant. This place uses lava to cook chickens automatically. Of course, in video games, this can also be done. It is very normal to cook chickens with lava, but some players have gone further and created automated farms that allow chickens to fall and cook by themselves. Garrett's shop is full of valuable items for video game collectors. Down here we see several versions of the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, but there are also more exclusive items. For example, here is the legendary Nintendo Power Glove. This was an accessory from 1989 that you could buy for the NES console. This glove allowed you to play in rather strange ways, but it didn't work with the general public. Today it is quite a valuable collector's item. When Garrett searches for treasures, he encounters an auctioneer who claims to possess an Atari Cosmos console. This catches Garrett's interest, and with good reason. The Atari Cosmos did exist in real life. It was designed as a portable holographic console that never reached the market. Among gamers, the Atari Cosmos is a lost gem, but there are prototypes that some collectors managed to acquire. In 2017, one of these was sold for $20,000. With this context, it becomes clearer why Garrett got so excited about the console. The movie changed some details of the games. For example, creepers work differently. In the movie, they explode only when they are hit. In the video game, they sneak up on the player, and when they are at a short distance, they start to explode on their own. This gives the player the chance to escape if they react in time. This is very different from what we see in the movie. According to the film's director, each character represents a type of real-life player. Garrett is the typical experienced gamer who has spent his whole life playing classic video games. But when he arrives in Minecraft, he encounters something different from his playstyle, and this unsettles him. Henry represents the more creative players. These are the ones who connect best with Minecraft, since they are always thinking of interesting ideas to build. That's why in the movie, we see Henry creating objects that even Steve hadn't thought of. Henry would be all the gamers who have invented new ideas for the community. Natalie is the typical person who plays Minecraft or any video game just to connect with her child or nephew. In the movie, we see how she struggles to adapt to this world, but despite everything, she puts in the effort because thanks to Minecraft, she finally manages to understand her younger brother. Dawn is quite special. She represents those gamers who play Minecraft differently. In the movie, we see that she doesn't focus on building, but rather creates a bond with the animals of this world. In the Minecraft community, there are many gamers who specialize in creating farms or projects that work with sheep, pigs, or cows. They would be like Dawn. Steve would represent the most passionate Minecraft player, those members of the community who breathe the game and master every aspect of it. Basically, he would be like the gamers who see Minecraft almost as their second life, with their friends and projects within the game. That's why Steve literally leaves the real world and makes a life in Minecraft. That's all for today. If you liked the video, you'd really help me out by leaving a like. That would be legendary. Also, remember to subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for listening. My name is Charlie, and I'll see you in the future.